Hey there TRW crew, Matt Vassallo here with the RhinestoneWorld.com. So excited to bring you this tutorial video. We're going to walk you through the entire process of creating this awesome design right here. So that football mom design we're going to create for you. The materials we're going to use in the video here today are our awesome leather fashion pattern vinyl from Chemica. So awesome looking leather that looks just like the actual football print. We're also going to use our white glitter Siser vinyl, so our white glitter heat transfer vinyl. And the last color we're going to use is our green grass glitter heat transfer vinyl from Siser as well. So those are the three different colors we're going to use here in the video today, but we're going to create an awesome looking design that's going to look great. We're going to use our trapping method. It's a design that we have available on our website for download as well, so you can purchase this design right on our website. It'll come all color separated for you, ready to go, and we're going to bring you over to the software here in a minute and show you exactly how to get it to your cutter. So the heat press we're going to be using, we're going to use our 16 by 20 Hotronix auto clam heat press, and we're going to use our Roland GX24 cutter that we also have available on the website at the Rhinestoneworld.com. So really excited to bring you this video. You're going to love this shirt after we create it. You're going to see how awesome it looks, but more importantly, how easy it is to create an awesome looking shirt like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over here to the software. I'm going to show you exactly what this file is going to look like once it comes in, once you purchase it on our website, how to get it into the software, how to get it over to your actual cutter to cut it out. We're going to go through the entire weeding process as it actually cuts. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and press it onto an awesome shirt here we have from Pennant Sportswear. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now we're over here in our software. We're working in Coreldraw X6 and the TRW Stone Wizard here. So when you purchase this file on our website, this is what you're going to get as a download file. So I just brought in the CDR file, which is the Coreldraw version. You're also going to get an EPS and an SVG version. And that SVG version is what you can use for your silhouette cameos and everything else. EPS is for any of your other cutters or software. So we have our football mom design. You can see our three different colors that we have here. So this is where we're going to use our awesome football leather. And then we have our football outline and then the fill color there. So we have a white glitter here, a green grass glitter, and then our football leather. So a few different things we can do. One thing we can do quickly is we can highlight our football mom design right here. We can come over here to the mock-ups, and we want to see what this looks like on an actual tank top. So we can just go ahead and click on the tank top there. What it's going to do is it's going to run us through the design, throw it onto the football mom or onto the tank top there. We can change the color of the shirt to whatever we want, make it look awesome, and we now have a football mom design, obviously. So I can scroll in, you can see you actually get the glitter look, you get that football leather look, and you have an awesome looking mock-up. Now the mock-up feature here is only if you do have Coreldraw and the TRW Stone Wizard. So that part you can't do if you do have another software, but you're still going to get the actual image of the design here that's going to look great for you to do what you want if you want to put a box around it or anything else. But that is the benefit of having the TRW Stone Wizard. Now when we're ready to go ahead and send this actual file to our cutter, and the vinyl cutter we're using here in our demonstration is the Roland GX24. Obviously, first thing I want to do with a heat transfer vinyl design is you always want to mirror it. So in the top of Coreldraw here, I'm just going to mirror horizontally. So that has it mirrored. Now I'm going to highlight my design. Now in the wizard, I'm just going to go to Export. And if you have Roland Cut Studio, which is the cut software for the GX24, you're just going to select Cut Studio, hit Send to Cutter, and there it is, ready to cut. So it's a one-click process, ready to go. Now you can see we have our three different cut files. What I would do once I get into Cut Studio is first thing I would integrate my polylines, and then I would break them. And that's what allows me to grab all of my different objects. Now to save material, one thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to shrink down this weed box here a little bit. I don't need to cut that much of the leather heat transfer vinyl, so to save on material I'm going to shrink that down a little bit. And then the football moms, there's not too much I can do with that, so we're going to keep that the same. So we're going to cut our leather heat transfer vinyl, our fashion film first. So this is our fashion pattern vinyl from Chemica. So I'm going to highlight my football, go up here to move, and that's going to throw it perfectly into the corner there for me. I'm going to come up here to the top, click on the cutting tab, and always make sure that you do the selection tab. So make sure you click on selection, otherwise it's going to try and start cutting everything else I have here. So I always click on selection, and then I'm going to click OK, and that's going to go directly to my cutter. Okay, so we're using our Roland GX24 cutter here. I'm cutting the football pattern heat transfer vinyl, our brown leather, and I'm using a 65-degree blade. I'm at 100 grams of downforce and a 30 for my speed. Now, your blade settings are going to vary depending on what cutter you're using, what type of blade you're using. Again, I'm using the 65-degree blade, and I'm going to do very, very low on the downforce, which is only 100 grams, and I'm going to do 2 rotations on it. And the reason why is I just want to make sure it cuts good throughout the entire design. So this is all done. Let's go ahead and take this out and bring it over to weed it now. Okay, so we got the design over here. We're ready to go ahead and weed it. I'm going to use one of my pick tools that we have available on our website at therinestoneworld.com. And I'm just going to pick it from the edge right here. Now, this does have a tack on the back side of it, this heat transfer vinyl, which makes it a little bit easier to actually weed it. So you can see, just be careful when you're weeding. You want to make sure you don't miss any little spots. But it's a pretty simple weed process if you have a decent vinyl cutter like we're using here with our GX24, or our Graphtec, our GCC Pumas or Jaguars. But you can see I'm completely done with that and how easy the weed process was in this actual design right here. So now that we have that all ready to go, let's go ahead and I can just trim it out with my scissors right here because we want to save the rest of this material. And then I'm just going to weed off this little excess side right here. And we have our first press in our design. So we're going to set that off to the side over here. Let's go back over and let's get this green grass and our white glitter heat transfer vinyl cut and ready to go. Okay, so now we just cut the leather football for the heat transfer vinyl. Now we need to color other colors. So let's move the football out of the way. We're going to select our outline here, which we're going to do in the white glitter heat transfer vinyl from Siser. So let's go ahead and highlight all of that. Just click move. Same thing. We're going to go to cutting, selection, and cut. Okay, so now we're cutting our white glitter heat transfer vinyl. Now with the white glitter, I'm cutting at 140 grams of downforce, and I'm still at 30 centimeters per second on the GX24 here. So you can see I had this vinyl rolled up, so that's why it's just doing this at the top. It isn't going to make a difference with your cut because your pinch rollers are going to hold everything down nicely for you. But this will cut nicely throughout this entire design right here. And the nice part about the white glitter heat transfer vinyl is it's going to show you nice cut lines in it. So you can see right there on the edge, you can see some of the cut lines right there. And I'll show you a better view once we take this out, it finishes the cut and we go through it. So we're going to weed the entire design here right for you because I want to show you the entire steps and the entire process of creating this awesome looking shirt we're doing here. So you can do this on your Silhouette Cameo, your Roland GX24 like we have here, your GCC Expert 24, your Puma, your Jaguar, and your Graphtec CE 6060 or 40. And there are other different cutter brands out there that you can also cut this design on as well. So again, we're using the 65-degree blade that we have available at therinestoneworld.com. Just gives it a better cut, makes it a lot easier for the weeding process as well. So this is almost finished up here. It's cutting all the insides of our actual zebra pattern, but I want to be able to show you how nice the actual cut lines are as well, and that's a great thing. And then at the end of this video, I'll also run you through what the actual cost of all the material that you're using, so you obviously know how to price out a shirt like this, because obviously you want to know exactly your costs that you have in the design, because you want to know what you have to actually charge for it. That's also going to depend depending on what type of shirt you're using. So I'm going to scroll this out. Let's actually bring out the entire white here. And I'm going to show you up close here. You can actually see all of our different cut lines right there in it. Very easy. So let's bring this over and go ahead and weed this. Okay, so we have the design over here at our weeding station. Let's go ahead and, now this is the outline, so it's going to be pretty easy to weed something like this. So I'm just going to start at the edge here, and the white glitter does weed very nice, but the nicest part about it is being able to see all of those different cut lines. So we don't need to get too perfect on our edges here, but we just want to make sure we get everything that we need as far as what we're actually weeding. So up into, and this design has some different kind of sharp edges on it, so you just want to make sure you get all of those edges. It gets a nice cut on it. So we're looking good there. Let's weed the top half here. That's all weeding very nicely for us. And then obviously when you have a design like this where you have your zebra print, you are going to need to pick out the insides of that zebra print. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start grabbing all these little inside portions. So here, 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 and I'm just going to run through all of them here real quick. And you can see how easy it's weeding, but obviously no point of you sitting here watching the entire weeding process. So we'll speed it up here and go to the end of this actual cut. Okay, so we're all done with the weeding process here. Let's go ahead and trim off the edge of our white glitter here. And it doesn't need to be perfect. Again, remember, it's not rhinestones. It's just our heat transfer vinyl, so they're going to be separate presses on the heat press anyway. And then let's go ahead and pull off the edge of our white glitter here. And we have our football mom design here. So awesome looking, ready to go. What I would do is you can create designs like this and then just get some custom numbers if you want. You can put a custom number inside the football here over the leather. So you would just have to hollow it out, use the magic trap method, but an easy way to customize the shirt so it's something that they can't get anywhere else. So let's go ahead and cut our green grass glitter and get this design pressed to our shirt. Alright, so we just finished cutting the white glitter heat transfer vinyl. Let's move that out of the way. Come over here, highlight our last color here. Let's hit move right down into the corner, and this is where we're going to use our green grass glitter heat transfer vinyl. And again, we have the trapping method built in, so that's going to allow us to do the glitter with glitter. Go to cutting, selection, and cut. And now we're cutting our green grass glitter heat transfer vinyl from Siser. So again, still using the same settings that we did with the white glitter heat transfer vinyl, and we have our 65-degree blade. So we're going to let this work through, go over and weed this and get this part of the design done. Okay, so the green grass just finished up. Let's unload this material, bring it over to our weeding station, and get this all weeded out. Okay, so we're over here at our weeding station with our green grass glitter vinyl. So depending on the green grass makes it a little bit more difficult to see your cut lines, but if you just start from a corner, if you get the right angle on your light, it's going to make it a lot easier to see. So this is going to be a pretty easy weed process here, but what you do need to make sure is that you see all the different spots and the different cuts. So you can see as I'm looking at it kind of from an angle here, and then I'm pulling it from the top and trying to pay attention. So you have to pay attention to your cuts a little bit more here because this is your inside zebra part. So for example, if we miss a spot, then what's going to happen is we're going to have a spot showing through on our shirt where there should be some of the green grass going on top. So what I always do, especially when you're working with a pattern like this, is make sure not to throw away this initial green right here before you actually press the shirt. Because what's going to happen is you may find out that you did miss a little spot. Then if you did, you can always go back and find it in your material here. Because what happened is it probably just stuck to it when you pulled it up. But it looks like everything is weeding pretty nicely. You can even see that real little spot right there that it even weeded perfect. So I'm just being a little more careful because sometimes it's harder to see some of the very small areas. Now when I'm getting into the mom and the football, the text gets a little bit larger, so I don't really need to worry about it quite as much. And And now we should be pretty much good to go here. So this part should be pretty easy with the mom part. But you can see how easy this actually does weed with a good vinyl cutter, of course. Alright. Looks like I got everything as I'm searching through. I'm just peeking through right here, looking at an angle again. Looks like I got one little spot right there. There we go. It looks like everything's looking pretty good. So I'm going to save this green over here just in case. And then let's go ahead and cut out our material here. And then what we can do, the nice part about this heat transfer vinyl is you can kind of do a practice layer. So watch. We can actually layer it all up and make sure that it's all going to look real nice for us. So let's get this green out of the way here. And let's go ahead and layer up this entire design. So we got our football here. Football is going to go first. Let's layer that up. That's looking nice right there. And then our green grass glitter. Layer that up right there. And man, tell you what, it's nice when it works out perfect, isn't it? So our football is going to go underneath, just stuck down there. But you can see our layering right here on the glitter. So we are ready to go. And I'm going to show you a little technique on when you have to press this football first, how you can actually do that and make it a little bit easier on you as far as lining up. So we're all done. It's all weeded. And let's head over to the heat press and we can show you how awesome this design looks on the shirt. Okay, so now we're over here at our 16 by 20 Hotronix autoclam heat press. We have our 3 different transfers over here and we're ready to press it to this awesome bling shirt, okay? So obviously first thing we need to do is get the shirt prepared. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab the corners at the shoulder right there, drag it in there, and make sure everything's going to be lined up perfectly. So that's looking good right there. Now we have our protective cover sheet. And the first thing we want to do is a little pre-press. So I'm going to use my protective cover sheet on the pre-press as well. And I'm just going to pre-press it for 3 to 4 seconds here. Okay? And I'm going to decrease my pressure. You just want to make sure your pressure is right. That's pretty good pressure for me there. And I'm going to change my time on here. And I'm going to go up to, let's go to about 12 to 14 seconds. Okay? And I'm at about 320 degrees right now. So we are ready to press. Now, here's where it can get a little tricky. We want to press this actual leather football first, okay? So since we want to press this first, it's going to get a little tricky as far as lining it up. Because you're going to have this one little spot right there, but then if you line that up crooked, your whole design's going to be crooked. So if you line up your football crooked, your design's going to be crooked as well. So what I like to do is, let's go ahead and layer this design like this here and keep the football underneath it so I know that it's going to be straight in the way that I want it. And then what I'll do is I'll line up my design. So I have the football underneath there. I'm going to find out where I want my actual design to go. So I'm going to move this around and I'm going to go up a little bit here. So it's got a little bit of a tack to it, so you just have to be careful. So let me get it back on there good. Okay, so we're good there. I got my design. Let's make sure I'm straight. I'm looking good there. And now my football mom part of the design is looking straight for me. Everything's looking nice there. So I know, okay, that's going to look good. That's exactly where I want my football mom design to go. I can see my football is still layered very nicely there for me. So now what I can do is keep that football in place and get rid of this white for right now. Now I'm going to press just the football. So I don't want to press it for too long because I want that just to get an initial tack to it. So I'm going to go down at a medium pressure here and I'm just going to go about 3 to 4 seconds. Okay? Now with the football vinyl, it is going to be a warm to cool peel. So I'm just going to bring the bottom half of the shirt up here to help cool it down a little bit. So once we have this football design nice and cool down and ready to peel, we can start peeling this off here. So again, cool peel, so don't start peeling it right away or else it will start lifting from the shirt a little bit.
So once you actually let it cool down a little bit, it's going to hit it perfect. So now we have the football part of our design done and ready to go. Okay, so now we got the white glitter part that we're going to layer on top of it. So let's go ahead and grab our white glitter. Remember, we have the trapping method built in, so that's going to help us as far as layering it so that shirt isn't showing through the bottom of it. So I would say that's looking pretty nice right there. That was a pretty easy layer. Now we're going to press this just for a few seconds. So I'm going to go again about 3 to 4 seconds just to get an initial tack on this white glitter. Now the white glitter is more of a warm peel, so you can actually just start taking it off right then. Remember, we only went 3 to 4 seconds, so you do want to make sure that you don't see any pulling up. And the reason why we only went 3 to 4 seconds is we don't want it to actually shrink at all. So everything's looking good there. White glitter's looking perfect. Now our last step is layering our green grass right on top of it. So let's get our green grass glitter right on top. And with the last color, we're actually going to do a full press of the recommended time. So for the glitter heat transfer vinyl, you're at about 10 to 15 seconds at about 320 degrees. So we're going to do that full amount of time here for the last part, which is this green grass. So move the shirt. Your shirt's always going to move a little bit. So just move it. Make sure you don't have any shirt showing through, which with our magic trap looks like we're looking pretty good right now. Now again, I'm not using my protective cover sheet only because I don't have any of my heat transfer vinyl exposed here, so I know I can get away with that. I do recommend using it, so you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use it just so I can say I did it right. And then let's go down for the full recommended time of about 10 to 15 seconds. Now again, we're using the Hotronix auto open clam press, the 16 by 20. So when your time's up, it's going to go ahead and pop up there for us. Everything's looking good there. Again, warm peel. We can just peel this off very nicely right there. And we've got ourselves a awesome looking completed design. So let me show you what this is going to look like here. Again, you can see our brown leather, how great this design looks with our different colored glitters. How great it looks with our trapping method there, how none of the shirts actually showing through there, and we got our finished product. Okay, so we're all done. This is our finished product right here of our football mom design. You can see when I bring it up close here, the glitter, the football leather, how awesome that actually looks on the shirt there. So great looking shirt you're going to be able to sell to your customers. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you right at the end here all of the actual pricing, so you can see how much you have in your white glitter, your green grass glitter, your football brown leather, also your different materials as far as your TRW Stone Wizard Rhinestone software obviously is what we use to create the design here. So our TRW Pricing Calculator is also going to help you with this. So the Pricing Calculator is a download file that we have available on our website. So you can download that, you input all of your pricing as you're doing heat transfer vinyl designs, rhinestone designs, whatever it is, it will give you your exact cost to help you with your pricing. So we're going to go ahead at the end right here, show you your exact pricing, but I did want to review real quickly the materials that we used in our actual demonstration here. The green here is our green grass glitter heat transfer vinyl. The white is obviously our white glitter heat transfer vinyl from Siser. The brown, that's our brown leather or our football print. You can see how awesome that brown leather looks. But that's our brown leather from Chemica, which is one of our pattern vinyls. And then the software we actually used was the TRW Stone Wizard and Coreldraw X6. Now the file we purchased from the website at therhinestoneworld.com, and everything that we used in this video, I have a link right below the video, right there, that's going to bring you directly to each of those items. The cutter we used, the Roland GX24, and the heat press we used was the 16 by 20 Hotronix auto clam heat press. So that's everything we used in this video. I really hope this video helped you out, gives you some ideas, and shows you how awesome of a shirt you can make. And by the way, the shirt we used here, Pennant Sportswear, you can see right there. Pennant Sportswear, it's the bling shirt, so awesome looking shirt there that you can purchase from Pennant as well. So again, hope this video helped you out. We really enjoy creating these videos for you to help your business grow. That's our goal here at the Rhinestone World, help your business. But if you have any questions, make sure to visit the website. Make sure to check out our new TRW app. We have a mobile app for all of the iTunes, the iPad, the iPhones, Google Play for all your Samsungs and your Androids. So definitely check that out. All the videos are on there. You can shop on there, get different ideas, email us, contact us, see all of our different images. So a lot of cool things in our mobile app. Definitely download that. We also have some great free giveaways that we do on the mobile app as well. So again, hope this video helps you out. If you guys do have any questions, make sure to give us a call. The number's 941-755-1696. This is Matt with the rhinestoneworld.com, and you guys have a great day.